Alright, hey guys, welcome to Tell the Trevor. Today we have a special 2 interviews all at once. On my podcast today we have the referee Clifford and we have
Julius.
Alright, what sparked your guys' interest in the professional wrestling industry? Whoever wants to go first.
I go first,
Go ahead, buddy.
Ever since I was a kid, I started watching when I was 4.
Yeah.
Had all the toys, so then you go to your preteens and you start wrestling on trampoline, and it's like, hey, might as well find a way you can get it, And then I found a trainer, and that's what I've been doing ever since.
Yeah.
And it sounds like mine. It sounds like my upbringing. Basically, I was the same way.
Yeah.
Like I watched it on TV, you'd gone to shows,
Yep.
had the action figures, that whole 9 yards. And then when I don't know, it's like I was growing up with family related. They've been in wrestling before I got involved.
Yeah.
I'm related to Andy Kaufman.
Oh,
So
nice.
basically, it just seemed like wrestling was in there somewhere.
Yeah.
My dad took me to shows and it just built up. And I loved wrestling so much. I wanted to get involved, and so I got in touch with a few, like George South. One of our own XWW referees, Jared Knupp, learned a little bit from him.
Okay.
And from there, I mean, I've been watching a lot of referees. Charles Robinson being one of the good ones. Nick Patrick. I've learned from those guys.
Ryan and Earl.
Yes.
Dave too.
The Hebners. A couple guys in NXT that I've been friends with, and I've been watching their moves as well. Tom Castor and Antron Brewer.
Yeah.
Those guys I've learned a lot from.
Good guys. I see them on TV.
So who were the wrestlers you guys idolized as kids?
As a kid, Shawn Michaels. Yeah.
Hulk Hogan.
Hulk Hogan? Okay. How'd you guys get your starts in the wrestling world? I know you wrestled.
I went to WrestleMania 37 when they first had fans back. Then when we came back, a buddy of mine found a trainer. And 2 months later, I was a trainer. It took me, I started training like September.
Okay.
Not September, 2 months before that. And literally 2 months in, I wrestled my first show, September 18th.
Man.
And then which school did you go to?
It's Atlantic Coast Wrestling Academy down there on Angels.
Okay.
Nice. Me, let's see. Well, shoot. Learning from so many refs, and it just got my interest where, I don't know, I want to get it. I've been in it since 2012. So I've been involved in wrestling since 2012. So, and I've gone from ring crew to security to timekeeper to referee. So I'm kind of like start from the bottom, work my way up.
Yep.
And that's the way I've been handling it. Learned from every wrestler. Gone to many seminars.
Okay.
Learned from let's see. There's one at XWW Training Center in Monroe. It was Jared Fritz. Jared Fritz did a seminar.
Okay.
We were pretty much involved in that.
Any of the Wrestling Evolution?
Yeah, Wrestling Evolution guys.
Yeah.
So,
What was your first match you guys were with?
I remember mine. My first match, actually, the first 3 matches I had the same. It started, my first match was a tag team match, and after that, the next 2 were the same 2 people that were on teams, because one of them turned on the other.
oh,
And I'm not going to, go on the podcast and say, how they were, but let's just say, I mean, when I first started, I was really terrified. For your first match, you sit out there, you're like, you don't want to mess it up. You don't want to mess up. The biggest part of being a referee is not messing up. But then, as soon as I stepped out and I stepped in the ring, it's just natural.
Yeah.
Just like that, all the butterflies and the jitters go away.
Yeah.
Once you get in the ring and it's just me and the wrestlers, don't worry about the fans, they there. But when it's just us three in the ring, I can get down to business, and that's when I'm in the groove.
Yeah.
man, for me, I can't go that far back on my first match, but I can tell you some memorable matches.
Yeah.
Basically, we've done XWW done 3 shows at Bo Jones Coliseum.
Yep.
I was the first referee to go out.
Nice.
Talking about having those nerves and stuff.
Oh, you're definitely
Oh man,
better,
it's like once I got out there, nerves went away.
Yeah.
Because I knew
Yep.
it's like being at the studio or wherever we're at. like I get the same. I feel the same. You know, it's like nothing changes.
Once you step through the ropes,
Yeah.
it's like it's a different world. It's your world.
That's right.
The fans ain't got no contact with this world. It's just you and the wrestlers, and
That's
you're the
right.
main character.
That's right. You
Without
know,
us, you can't have a wrestling match.
it's like I've been in front of let's see, 50 fans, 100 fans, 1,000 fans, and even 10,000 fans. 10,000 fans. This was Taco Lucha Fest they had in Charlotte here.
Yeah.
Dude, there was more than that. There was more than 10,000. I'd say
nice.
I think a little higher than that.
I think the most I ever performed, I did 521 once, and then of course, Lane
Right
Boys,
here, Lane
Wax
Boys.
All.
Yeah.
We always keep over 100, at least 200 people here.
Yeah. I mean, every show is like
Every
we
show.
average about 200, 300,
And even
400.
even if it's a slow show, there's not many people. It's still at least almost 100 people.
Oh, yeah. You can feel the vibes when you're in there.
Waxhaw.
Waxhaw's another hot
There's
spot.
a lot of memorable matches in Waxhaw.
Monroe.
Yep.
Monroe, yeah.
Matthews.
I've helped a lot on that Waxhaw show.
He did. He's the man behind Waxhaw.
What can I say?
What is a memorable moment for you guys' wrestling career?
Well, there you go.
Yeah,
I
we
already
talked
spoke on mine about Bojangles Coliseum.
I'd say,
Being there 3 shows.
honestly, a lot of them. I mean, one of the biggest was for me. I did Chavo, AFW.
Oh, yeah. Yes. I remember.
And then even here, Tommy Dreamer with XWW.
Yes.
Tommy Dreamer was
Slater.
one of my, Heath Slater.
Yeah.
Heath Slater splashed me in the corner. That's one of my favorite moments. That's always been cool. And I got the picture.
Yes. Yes.
But, man, so many memorable moments, a lot of them.
Yeah,
Tommy
it was.
Dreamer spit water in my face, and Waxhaw was pretty cool.
That's definitely a good
Yeah.
show.
Yeah.
Definitely a good match that was.
What was the feeling like when you guys were presenting the titles for the first time for the matches?
Oh. For the first time?
Like,
Man.
like you're bringing out and presenting it.
Yeah. You know, I mean, my first one was it was for a company, and their belt was the NWA TV title.
Okay.
So for the first title I held up for a title match was the NWA TV title.
Okay.
All red, and it had the Turner Network logo on it. CBS,
That was awesome.
man, it's so beautiful, and this is one of my favorite pictures because it's really at the start of like I'm doing this now. You
Yeah.
know?
I tell you what, I've held a lot of the titles that XWW has,
Yep.
and I'd say my moment would be the Maestro, WCW Stro.
Yep.
Okay.
Nice
Okay,
guy.
so he
Really
was
nice
he
guy.
was our world heavyweight champion at the time.
Yeah.
He went up against let's see, he went up against Quest. He went up against Manny a few times. There's just so many moments. I mean, but that was holding the big title. That's always the best feeling.
Yeah. Holding the title for Chavo, man. Like, he was the champ, and even getting to present it back to him after he
Yep.
won.
Yep.
Holding his hand up there. That's a picture I'll never forget. Moment I'll never forget.
Exactly. Understand that.
How
Yeah.
do you guys handle the mental and emotional aspects of wrestling?
Can I say my answer on the podcast?
Yeah.
With a nice, good
Nice
thing
way.
of marijuana.
Okay.
Once if I start stressing about a match or I felt like I messed up, I'll just go and smoke on it, and it's like, I'll think about it. I didn't really mess up that bad, or the crowd didn't notice it, so it's okay. But for me to notice it, when I notice it, it's like, let me go and find my remedy so I'll forget about it. So I'll beat myself up about it.
Yeah.
That's
Man.
one thing a referee does do. We'll beat ourselves up when we mess up a big finish. We'll beat ourselves up for weeks about it.
I've done it.
Yep, you sure have, Cliff.
I've done it.
I've seen it.
And there's times when, even when I got knocked out of the ring that one time,
Yep.
and it just came down oddly,
Yep.
I had to be sent to the hospital.
Yep.
And so, and in the hardcore matches we do, they get so extreme, you have something like that happen every time. No, just kidding. But anyways, golly, thank you. Anyways, getting to my story again. So, or my point. Hardcore matches always extreme. So you always got. I mean, you don't know what's gonna happen. I might get tossed in, get splashed on, and
Yep.
sat on, and this and that. It's gonna happen.
Spot that he had at that one show.
Oh yeah.
Shoes flying.
Thank God mine didn't.
Back for that. And I
Oh,
was like,
man.
Thank God mine didn't fall off. No, anyway,
That's a very memorable moment. man.
that's an extreme moment. All right. Oh,
You
you
took
got
it,
squashed in between.
Oh, yeah, I got squashed between Cam and Quest.
Yeah.
and then you had a kid steal a shoe.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what moment got me is that where I had to wear a medium shirt.
Oh, I remember that one.
Yeah, you remember that? It was real tight. It was Manny's, by the way. He's a medium guy.
Yep, Tidal Wave 2024.
That's the same one that Wolverine lost his shoes.
It is.
Wolverine lost his shoes, same show.
He lost his shoes. You had to wear a shirt that was too small.
Yeah, I mean, what could go right? And then he getting squashed.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, there's too much going on that show.
All right.
Extreme moments.
Referee with a timer.
Got it right here.
Alrighty. Like we got a referee with a clock.
Hey,
So I don't gotta educate guests on everything.
education.
All right.
All right. So after I read the first question for Clifford, and then once he finishes, you guys are gonna switch.
Oh,
He's
okay.
gonna.
Oh, so you get 50 seconds to answer the question.
No, you get 50 seconds to answer all 6 questions.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
And then you pass the phone to him.
Oh,
For
okay.
yours.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
So just let me know when to start the timer.
All right. Favorite pre-show snack?
Favorite pre-show snack? Good question. I stop everywhere before I go here. Slim Jims.
Pre-show song.
Pre-show song.
The one that always on repeat.
Oh, geez, Louise. Open Arms by Journey.
Great answer.
This is one of my ladies' favorites.
Yeah.
Favorite wrestler growing up?
Ultimate Warrior.
Ah, that's a good one.
Favorite sports team?
Favorite sports team? Steelers. Pittsburgh Steelers.
Nice.
Favorite color?
Red.
Favorite type of music?
Last one.
I got so many. Dude, I'm like rock. I'm like everything. I mean,
Okay.
alternative.
I like that.
Let's say that.
So you beat it
Alternate.
right on the dot.
Yep, you do
Ooh.
right on the dot. All right, Cliff, when he says to go, just hit start.
All right, you know the rules.
Yep.
Okay. Favorite pre-show snack?
Wendy's, 4-4.
Pre-show song?
Any Michael Jackson.
Favorite wrestler growing up?
Shawn Michaels.
Favorite sports team?
Los Angeles Rams.
Favorite color?
Favorite color? Blue.
Favorite type of music?
Favorite type of music? Michael Jackson.
All right. What is the time?
30 seconds. Oop.
So you beat it. You didn't beat the record by 5
Yeah.
seconds. Corey
Damn, I was
Dellinger
close.
has that record.
I was close.
Former GTS star. Corey Dellinger.
Grimm's Toy Show?
Yeah.
Dude, Grimm's Toy Show was so goated growing up. I love that show.
Dude.
And then coming up, we got Ace Marksman from the show too coming up.
No.
Okay. I know some of those guys.
Yeah.
I'll never forget growing up watching Grimm's Toy Show, man. That was
Yeah,
always
they're
cool.
still going.
Yep.
Yankee TDM.
Yep.
You know,
That's where MJF got his start, was with the Grimm's Toy Show.
As a clown.
what was
With Blue Meanie.
what
Blue
was
Meanie's a legend.
what's that one that? Okay, so Ted Wright. Red Titus.
Red
Yeah.
Titus.
I was about to say his name backwards.
Yeah, Red
Ted-
Titus. Yeah, such a cool
Ted
guy.
Wright. So his what was the kid
Jimmy
controversy?
Controversy?
Yeah, is that his son? Or is that,
I don't know.
Or did he portray his son?
I keep
He probably
asking.
portrayed it.
Yeah.
Now he's got a
Because
promotion.
Red,
He's got a new promotion from that. Was that Venom?
Not anymore.
Huh?
He got kicked out.
He got kicked out.
Dang.
The Venom thing got kicked out.
He got kicked out of Venom. Jimmy got kicked out.
I thought he
Dang,
was
how you started
like
kicked
just
out?
just recently. I thought he
It was voted on, I guess.
Oh,
like
man.
just recently. I thought he put a video out there like he was doing something. Like
He's still on GTS.
okay. I was
And
wondering
I
about
think
that.
he's on LTW and SWF.
Gotcha.
What are the biggest challenges of being a referee outside of the ring?
Oh.
That's easy for me. When people say you're just a referee, or you're just counting.
Oh, good. My
My
bad.
big thing about that is they say that, but then there's so much more that goes into being a referee. It's not just counting the 3. It's not just being in one spot, because you got to be out of the way at all times. You can't get in the way of the spot. You have to know when the next spot is, and you have to know when you're getting to it and when to get out of the way.
Yep.
For me, one of the biggest things I look for, if I ask somebody after a match, how'd I do? And if they say, I didn't know you was in a ring, or you wasn't around, I did my job. Like a fan, they're like, you're just a referee.
Yeah.
More than just a referee.
You're right.
I'm the most important part of this match. Without me, this whole thing don't happen, you know?
That's right.
It's just the fans, you know, they just don't understand being a referee. They think it's easy. That's my biggest thing outside of the ring.
There's a lot to it. Like you
Yep.
said, I mean, once they get in the ring themselves, then they'll understand how it works. They'll know how much hard work they had to put into it.
No, a normal fan couldn't step in the ring and do what we do with the precision that we do it.
They may look at us and think, "Oh, it's easy,"
It's easy,
but
but
once
it's
they
not.
get in it, there's
Because
a lot to learn.
there's a lot of stuff that goes into being a wrestler. You have
Yep.
to be able to get up off your feet fast. You have to
Train.
be able to.
Yeah.
You have to be able to get around. You have to be able to get down quick, get up quick,
Yep.
not holding onto the rope when you're getting up. You know,
That's
it's,
right.
it's a lot of things. You know, and if you watch refs on TV, you tell they don't use the ropes to get up. They're never in a camera shot. So I just try to be like that. You know, just get out the camera, get out the way, let the wrestlers have their moment. It's all
Yep.
about them. I'm just
Yes.
gonna count to 3.
Yeah.
We're there to help them make it look good.
Yep.
We look good, they look good, we're all happy.
How do you feel about the business side of wrestling and the way promotion shape the story? So 2 different questions.
Okay. Because some companies, they don't really go off of storylines.
Yeah.
They just go off of.
Like the business
Well,
side
yeah.
of wrestling and then how companies do their story.
Yep.
So,
Well, I like how some like here, the storylines are thought out. You know, they're easy. It's easy to keep up with them. In a lot of places, the storylines are so drawn out that you're having a show every 2 months or every other
Yep.
month. And you're not keeping up with your rivalries. You know, you're not pushing videos, you're not getting promos in.
Yep.
Why would a fan be interested in a storyline you're putting together if you're only putting it together half-ass putting it together?
Right. I mean, you gotta have promos. You gotta have something to follow.
Yep. And then all that ties into your business because I mean, for a wrestling company to be doing good business, you gotta have great wrestlers, great storylines.
Yep.
You gotta have, it's gotta be good. You know, you gotta have a great crowd, in which XWW always a great crowd, always interactive from top to bottom.
Yep. Agreed.
So, if you want good business in wrestling, you gotta have great storylines. You gotta have, you just gotta make the product feel like, oh, I can get into this. I'm casual. I never watch wrestling, but I know what he's doing. Oh, he's the bad guy. He's the good guy. You know what I'm saying?
You could almost predict what they're gonna do next.
And that's when you have a good storyline.
Good storyline. Yeah.
When somebody that don't know what wrestling is comes in and they can say, okay, this is what's going on.
Yep.
You got them right there where you want them.
Right.
there you go. If you guys could wrestle any legendary wrestler in the past, who would you guys pick and why?
Oh,
That's
So
a
you
good
guys are
question.
putting yourself in wrestlers.
in the wrestler shoes, I know. Honestly, if I could wrestle anybody, I'd say Andre the Giant.
Okay.
Oh, wow, that's a good one.
Just because, I love Andre the Giant. He's a big guy, yeah.
Yeah, talking about having to do
The eighth wonder of the
grips.
world.
Yeah, right.
You know?
The tough.
Yeah, man.
I was
Mine?
so complete to just lay down at that
Yeah.
way to be like,
Yeah,
I got
it's done.
There's no point. To say WWE 2K.
Yeah,
Shoot,
yeah.
mine would be Hurricane Helms.
That's
I
a
mean,
great
I
answer.
followed his career for a long time.
Love Hurricane Helms.
I mean, shoot, when
Shane Helms.
when him and the Hardy Boys had Omega,
Yep.
if you can remember that far back,
I've heard
they
about
had-
Omega. I've
They
heard
had their
about
own
it.
promotion.
With champagne in them, yeah.
Yep. Yeah, they had a good promotion, and then I followed Shane since he was Sugar Shane Helms. He's actually from Monroe, North Carolina.
Yeah.
And I mean he's a super
Carolina
cool dude,
boy.
super cool guy. But yeah, I'd love to be in the ring with him.
Hey, I wouldn't mind wrestling Jeff Hardy.
There you go.
Yeah. I love the Hardy Boys.
Oh yeah,
Carolina boys.
love the
Yeah,
Carolina
that's-
boys.
That's royalty in North Carolina.
Yes, sir.
If you guys get in a wrestling seminar session with any wrestler, who would you guys pick?
A
If you
seminar?
go for refs,
It could be for a ref,
managers.
anybody. Honestly, if I could do one, one of my favorite refs, Mike Chioda.
Okay.
I like it.
I love Mike Chioda. It's one of my favorite refs ever. And just learn from him. Trying to, that's why I model my repping after him and Brian Hebner.
Yep.
Just to do a seminar with Mike Chioda and meet him would be like a dream. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
It'd be
yeah.
the best thing ever.
Yep.
Or Charles Robinson. Charles Robinson
That'd
seminar,
be my next one right
that
there.
would be the
Yep.
best seminar I could go
Yep.
to right there. That's
Charles
the
Robinson,
Carolina
yes.
Sneeder.
Yeah, that's my favorite ref.
He's
all time.
another Carolina guy.
Yep.
So
Yeah,
yeah,
she got some cool Charles.
Nice.
SmackDown when it was in Charlotte.
Oh, that's nice.
yeah, Charles is a pretty cool guy.
Yeah, that's my favorite
Lovely
ref. I'd
guy.
love to meet
He
Charles.
was heading to
I've met him a few times.
the NWA event right next door and
Yeah.
everything. He was
Yeah.
like, hey, can I get a picture of you as I'm walking out?
Oh yeah, he didn't
That's
mind.
dope.
Yeah.
If you guys could have a wrestling legend as your mentor, who would you guys choose?
Man, there's so many to choose from.
Bobby the Brain Heenan. That's my favorite manager of all time, but he's one of the greatest minds in wrestling history.
Okay.
What you could learn from the brain is next to none. I love Bobby the Brain.
I got one better. Paul Heyman.
That's great. That is
Nice.
perfect answer. I thought you was going to go maybe like a Nick Bockwinkel or something, but Paul Heyman's nice. Because if you want to be a great heel, you got to learn from Nick Bockwinkel.
If you want to be a heel, if you want to be a face, then you know
If you
who
want
to
to do
go
everything, you go to Paul Heyman.
Paul Heyman, he could be both.
Yeah, Paul Heyman.
He could be both. You
Yeah.
know.
What is your opinions on the wrestling crossover events with other sports or entertainment industry? So, like, when they had the football stars, the NBA
Yes.
hockey players, all on Raw or SmackDown.
I think honestly, hey, that draws in more casual fans. Because say you go to a WWE show in Los Angeles, right? And next thing you know, they post a picture the day before. LeBron is going to be at Monday Night Raw or Friday Night SmackDown. How much more tickets do you think they would sell?
Exactly, like they had
Yep.
Willie Byron after he won the Daytona.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They had
Raced
Hulu
in
Like they
and
did in
AJ
Charlotte.
Styles.
Yeah.
With Styles.
Yeah, exactly.
That was awesome. Yeah.
I mean,
Cross brand. Cross.
like kind of like
Yes.
like how they brought Gable Steveson in first.
Yeah.
After he won his gold medal at
Remember that.
WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Before he signed.
Yep.
Just like that, you bring in a casual viewer that you might not have before.
Mhm.
So bringing
Bring-
those in are great. As long as you don't overdo it.
The UFC thing was something
The
else.
UFC one, it's great.
Ken
'cause they're
Shamrock.
both- Yep.
And you bring in guys like Dan the Beast Severn.
Yep.
Those guys. Those.
Then they had DC come in for Riddle and what's his name, Seth, that one time.
Yes.
At Extreme Rules.
There's been so many guys. come
Yeah, like-
The guy
through.
that faced Brock
Like that,
Lesnar.
yes. Steve Blackman,
Steve Blackman, yeah.
Dr. Death, Steve Williams, or
Muhammad
yeah,
Ali.
yeah.
Wendy
Gronk.
Richter.
No, I was kidding.
Wendy Richter at WrestleMania.
Yes. Wendy Richter.
Yep.
Yes.
Mr. T with Hulk
Yep.
Hogan.
Yep.
I
Yep.
mean,
Can't go
hey,
wrong.
without Mr. T, who thinks WrestleMania still
I
happens?
got one better. Dennis Rodman.
The Worm.
The Worm.
NWO
for life. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Can't go wrong there.
What hobbies bring you guys joy outside of the wrestling?
Hobbies?
Yeah.
Well, mine could go a lot of different places. I'm a singer.
Karaoke legend.
I do
Karaoke legend.
I do karaoke. I do
Yeah.
everything. I sing. I dance. I do everything. So,
Camera crew at wrestling events.
yes, I'm a camera guy.
Cameraman.
I can do it all.
Timekeeper.
Yep,
For me, though, I would say mine is like to play a video game.
I do that
Play
every now and then.
sports. If it's not cold, go play soccer or basketball
Yeah.
with the boys. Hang out
There
with
you
the boys, have a couple brewskis.
Yeah.
That was
Hey,
crazy with basketball, the records for Steph Curry's three-pointers.
yes.
You know how easy that
I
is
used to
be
do
in
that.
the NBA. They're like, oh, it's so hard. And then, like, you just do it in the quarter. You're like,
Basketball is one of the sports I was real good at. Man, I
okay.
could shoot
Yeah.
some threes.
Well,
Not as good as Steph Curry.
I
though.
played, but I played the AAU, but and
I played
you're
recreational.
I was like the only white kid on the team on my AAU team, so like I
Yeah.
only got like 5 minutes a game at the end of each game.
Yeah.
So I didn't play much, but I did play. I did play AAU.
Nothing wrong with that.
and then where can they find you guys both on social media?
You can follow me on Facebook with my name, Julius Weatherford. Instagram is JuliusDW_13, I think. Don't quote me on that. I have to look it up.
I might have to do the same thing. I have to go get my phone and read that.
And
What I got.
that's it, You can find me on Facebook and Instagram. Go follow me.
Man, I'm everywhere. They got my Facebook, Twitch.
You got Twitch? I'll subscribe
I
to
got
your Twitch.
Twitch.
Right, I'm on
I'll
Twitch
subscribe to
too.
your Twitch.
Fasad's got one, man. I've been following him on that. He's been doing some Resident Evil gaming on there.
That's why we hear we just talk trash about Mellow Ball. They
who else got
you
one?
can get him more points. I'm like, okay, cool, screw that dude. All I did was get him assists. That was all.
Nah, man.
15 assists a game. That was
Hey,
it.
hey, it's my career, not yours. I paid
Well,
money
it's
for
a rookie
me.
year
Yeah.
in MLB, not MLB, NBA, Mike.
Yeah.
No, but I'm Clifford Stanley on Facebook. Clifford Stanley 96 Gmail. Got Instagram. Clifford Stanley as well. No, I'm sorry. Cliff Stanley 96 at Gmail. What am I thinking here? I'm sorry. My mind's gone haywire here. Facebook, Instagram, Twitch, and I believe that's it.
All right. Thank you both for being on the podcast.
Thank you.
Thank you, Trevor. Good
Yeah.
man.
The man, the myth, the legend. The boy
Follow.
Trevor here.
Okay.
Follow him everywhere on
Listen
social
on
media.
That's right. Can't go wrong.
Now we're gonna plug you.
Okay.
That's right.
Now we have his Twitch, we have his Facebook.
That's right.
Everything you need, he'll link them down below, and you go follow him. One of the best in the biz right here. If you need an interview, get at him right here. My guy Trevor, he's the best. All right.
Okay.
That's what we like to see right there. Is Trev? He's the man, the myth, the legend.
Okay.
Your favorite referees out.
And then, guys, thank you to the sponsors that can make this podcast possible. TBD Wrestling, Apple City Championship Wrestling, Wrestling Evolution, the 3, and then we got our t-shirt contest, which the referees can enter into. So we have the wrestlers only on the link tree. We went up to a free t-shirt. We pick from 5 designs. All you got to do is your shirt size, design, and your Instagram.
Okay.
Same thing
Alright.
with fans, just under fans
You
only.
hear that?
Not only fans, because that sucks.
Yeah, we don't do that. We're wrestlers.
Alrighty, and see you guys next time.
Yes, sir.